Yo, what's up, guys? Okay, so this one is like the fucking hilarious shit that people say during these pylons, where they basically announce to all of Twitter that they don't have any experience at all. You know, one of the funniest things I saw in the pylon was a woman who said, you know, referring to my bio, what is an ex film composer anyway? Like, there's no such thing, man. you know, and it's like, okay, cool. You know what? I'm happy to explain what that is. you know, um, so, ma'am, what that is imagine like you're a screenwriter, and then you say, man, fuck screenwriting, and then you stop. okay, it's the same philosophy. Okay, what is a film composer? Do you know what a film composer is? First of all, I don't know. It seems like you don't. Okay, and if you're a director, you probably should know what a film composer is. Okay, um, so what is an ex film composer? For me, it was like, let me do some indie shit that I don't really give a fuck about, and then I move on to, like, now I want to do studio stuff, but there's a glass ceiling for composers. So what you do then is you're like, let me try to get in with the studio level composer and ghost for them, and so then what you do is things like this, an example. So then the lead composer tells you, hey man, we have a movie coming up, and it's locked, dude, and we got 5 days to score the whole fucking thing. So then the lead composer says to you and two other ghost composers, we got 5 days to do this thing, guys, and you've already signed the contract at this point. The contract is boilerplate, basically telling you you get 0% of anything of this. It's a 100% buyout, in other words. So then you're like, okay, and they tell you, listen, we got 5 days, and we're gonna bring like 3 Pro Tools rigs to the scoring stage, and we got to bang this out. And so essentially, just follow the temp score and don't fuck up, guys, because we got no time for turnaround. Okay, none, zero. So, and the other thing is, get close as you can, but don't rip it off to the temp I'm talking about. Do we know what a temp score is? If you're a director, you should know this. Okay, especially on studio movies. And so as a composer, you're like, let me try to get as close to the temp score as I can so I don't get my cues rejected. But if there's a lawsuit, I know as a composer, it doesn't. I'm the one who's liable, okay? It's not the studio. Do we know this? It's not the studio. It's the composer, okay? So you're trying to get super close, but not too close, okay? So then you don't sleep for a fucking week, right? And you bang it all out and you turn in everything, and they're like, cool, because they're like, listen, man, the release date is locked. That's not changing. So we need to get this thing fucking done, and let's go. Okay? And then you turn it in, and then the movie comes out, and then you get no fucking credit for it, but at least you got a little bit of money, which you should be grateful for, right? That you got paid anything at all, to do something that you love, correct? And then what happens is, you work with multiple composers, and someone says, hey man, I'm already booked on this film. I don't got time to score this commercial, but I got booked on this commercial. Do you want it? And you're like, sure, so you do it, and boom, it comes out, and again, 100% buyout. And you get paid pennies on the dollar for the shit, and at a certain point you're like, you know what, I don't want to be, here's what you do. Here's what happened to me. I go to a meeting at ICM with Bryce Gata, and I have an epiphany. I say, you know what, I don't want to fucking do this composing shit anymore. I'm spending so much money on composing. Fuck this. I'm gonna start writing. And and then when I do my first deal, I send him Bryce Gata, I sent him a bottle of champagne and say, dude, you inspired me to say fuck composing and get into writing. Ask him if this is true. Bryce Gata, ICM. Ask him if it's true. Okay? And the other thing is that shows you that the people talking shit on you didn't even bother to Google you, because my website is right there. There you go. There you can see my studio and whatever, hear my music or whatever. So there you go, ma'am. There's the explanation. And sometimes you gotta like explain this to people who don't understand the industry, and You know, it's like if you don't understand the industry, sometimes it's okay to just be like, I don't need to attack someone. I can just ask them, what the fuck is that? Okay? Later.